Mission log 033017. Chris Risto reporting from an airport which I can best describe as haunted. My week began on GFA Pog Suite, fully recovered from another exosuit HUD system lock. But I was far from my new home base and more importantly my Ike Daben starship, so I traveled over water and hills in the no-man exocraft hoping to find my way back. Do you need some help? You're just kind of running in circles. Okay, I'll leave you alone. After hours of travel, home sweet home didn't quite ring true as I approached the undeveloped shell of a base. I had improperly diagnosed GFA Pog Suite as a tropical paradise. However, the volatile, stormy, verdant planet served as a punishment for my rash decision to flee Logatha-Sarbu. So I flew to Kanyala next to begin a more thorough search for land worthy of the title home. Quiet, nice lakes, decent hills, but completely lifeless. I think I'll pass. Son of a bitch, right through the cockpit. Hope she'll launch. Next was Apriykkingsbeh, a frozen planet with abundant lifeform readings. Its forests gave off a nice, let's go camping with the family feeling, but the temperatures were far too low to consider setting up shop long term. I decided to stay a while to dine on some rations and enjoy the wildlife, which in turn presented an idea of hunting for food instead of surviving off tasteless, boring meals served in packets. However, the risk of consuming undocumented meat typically scares me back into complacency. And so as I prepared for departure, an airport caught my eye. Site Y50H64TQ0. I had some galactic trade business I had been pushing off, so why not? The quiet, clear night was perfect for adjusting inventory, submitting database information, and depositing a few credits. And for the first 20 minutes, the site appeared to be a typical low-traffic port. You know, I never understood the seating on planets like this. Are they expecting passenger transport ships? But then, the arrival of a few GEC starships changed everything I understood about life and logic. What the hell? Never seen a launch like that. Another one. Ships were rocketing into space vertically from the ground directly below the landing docks. I needed to see the sequence of events in its entirety to comprehend what I was witnessing. So I watched Director Noikan lift off in his B-class Nickelweight S-36 straight into the ground. I jumped down to get a closer view, and moments later, he shot up directly into the sky. I just stood there mesmerized as he slowly lifted into space on an invisible starship elevator. Before I even comprehended the cluster in the distance, I was distracted by another departure, identical to the previous three. What the fuck's happening? I apologize, I'm not fluent in GEC, but can you read me? Is there anything I can do to help? 5 was the magic number which ended the event, but reality set in that I would need to leave soon myself. What would happen if I did? Was this an isolated gravitational anomaly? A mass starship abduction? Or just a weird liftoff ritual by a GEC fleet? With my apprehension keeping me planet-bound, it did not take long to notice all traffic to the airport had completely ceased, from day to night without a single ship in the air. What is that? It can't be. My mind had not comprehended the cluster, like a failsafe not wanting to deal with reality. But a full day cycle had passed and the port and the sky were still empty. It is what you think it is, Risto. It is what you think it is. And so I faced my fears, lifting off in Ike Daben to investigate the cluster. I couldn't get a good look at it. I'm coming back around. It's them. 5, maybe 6 starships. Director Noikan, can you read me? Can anyone read me? I didn't know what to do. Communication had failed, they had not reacted to my proximity. I couldn't just leave them there like that. There was only one option left. Ike Daben, prep the photon cannons. Holy shit, it moved. I broke one free. And another? Are you guys okay? I should have left well enough alone, but I landed at Y50864TQ0 again, and the free-moving ships stopped mid-air while only slight momentum carried them forward for a moment. My mind was screaming for me to leave the planet, the system, hell, the galaxy if I could. But my heart felt that these were GEC pilots who needed rescue from a cursed event at a haunted airport. I did not want to continue shooting them, but as I further surveyed the situation, I gained faith that it truly was the only option. I would end their frozen status, but then they would attack me as an enemy. And each time I landed, the 5 starships and pilots would pause in time again. Destroying one or all of them had to be the cure to end the curse. And so I did it. my friend. It had to be done. I could not bring myself to keep shooting, ending more life, so I ceased fire to see if the curse had been broken. No. Damn it! But there was activity in the air again, and the universe didn't seem shut down completely. A starship approached, so I watched and waited patiently to confirm that there would be no more victims. It's over. It's finally over. And while I felt there was still work to be done at the haunted airport, I moved on before it affected me and my ship. It's time to get back to finding a new home. So until the next log, farewell.